Where about in Singapore do you live?
The west side, the west part of Singapore.
Hmm,
And
okay.
our office is actually located in the center of the city, right in the center. Have you been to Singapore?
I've been to Singapore, yeah.
Ah,
Last
that's
year, just
nice.
just just last year.
Oh, just last year. So
Yeah.
our city in Orchard Road.
Orchard Road, yeah, I know.
Yes, so we are located right in the middle of Orchard Road. Later, you'll be able to see some
Uh,
pictures. Yeah. So
okay.
the next time you come to Singapore, come visit me. I'll host you around.
Oh, so I think the place is very strategic. It's in the middle of the town.
Yes, and right in the middle. So I'm not too
Mm-hmm.
sure if you have went to this 313 Somerset. There's this
220
shopping,
Somerset.
Orchard Central.
Orchard Central, yeah.
Yes, we are just right opposite Orchard Central.
Oh, I see. I didn't notice
Yes,
back
so
there.
it's actually very centralized.
Very, very centralized, yeah.
Yes,
Agree.
yes.
I've been have you stayed in I don't know, but they say that Singaporeans do not stay in Marina Bay Sands, do not go to Marina Bay Sands Hotel. Have you been to
Usually
the have
because
you,
it's very costly.
it is, yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
It
So they
is
they
very
they are, like apart from Orchard, the city, the next I think the most expensive place would be Marina Bay Sands.
I
Yes.
stayed there for only one night.
Ah,
Just to add the experience to my life.
I know. And
Because
you
I know
have very nice view, right?
I see the review from international tourists. They say that, oh, this is the most expensive hotel in Singapore. You should
Yes, it
try at
is.
least once in a lifetime. So I tried once.
Have you
But yeah,
have you have
but
you
when you
seen the
swim,
the, the, the view from your room?
wow, yeah, the view from the room
Very
is really
nice, right?
incredible,
Yes.
really nice. And the view
Your
from
room
the
that
rooftop,
you're facing the garden by the bay.
yeah, the Garden by the Bay.
Yes,
It's
that
really
one is
cool.
very nice. Especially at night, when they on the lights.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
especially at
beautiful.
night. Because every night they will give a light show.
Mm,
Yeah, they give the light show. It's really nice to bring over your couple or your shorty over.
yes, yes. That's why, it's so expensive because the room come with view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one thing that one thing that is unexpected from Singapore is only one thing that is out of my expectation.
Okay, and what is that?
The temperature is just the same as my city.
Oh, yes. But the last time when I went to Jakarta, I
Mhm.
think the weather there is slightly better than Singapore. I
I'm
tried
not
it.
in Jakarta. I'm not in Jakarta.
Oh,
I'm in
okay.
I'm in I'm in Borneo.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
Singapore is really close to Borneo, right?
Yes,
So
very.
and the weather is just the same. It's hot.
Yes, it's hot.
Yeah.
When people tell me, in a country there's four seasons, I told them Singapore, there's only one season and that's hot. Super hot.
Did they laugh?
Yes, they laugh because I just came back from Ho Chi Minh and Hanoi in Vietnam.
Yeah.
The weather there, Ho Chi Minh is slightly hotter, but
Uh-huh.
Hanoi is still not too bad. Even when
Oh,
I went to like Jakarta last month, it was still quite okay. At night you still feel like wind and all that. This is something that, oh my God, Singapore, you don't get this. Singapore is really really hot.
yeah, I know. So when I walk during the day in Singapore, oh, it's hot. So it's better for me go to the MRT. It's cool.
Yeah,
It's cool.
but the good thing is that there's so many air conditioned shelter around Singapore,
Yeah.
so you are not very affected because like some of the countries that I visited, I realized that there isn't a lot of shelter. In
Mhm.
Singapore, you can see there's a lot of shelter. In fact, you are sheltered all the way from one place to another place. That's why you can see that a lot of Singaporeans, they don't even need to bring umbrella.
Because you can stay on.
I think you're breaking apart.
Hello?
Yes. Okay, I
Oh,
finally get
I
you.
think it was my connection, yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Okay.
Did you study in other country? Your English is so good.
My English is so good. I
Yes.
actually don't study abroad, but I only went to Singapore once.
Oh, really?
And it wasn't like a student exchange program or anything. It was just youth exchange program. So I was holding a meeting with NYC, National Youth Council.
Mm, mm, mm,
Yeah. So yeah, we were talking about the topic of youth volunteerism, and we also went to the what do you say, Ocean Wave? Do you know Ocean Wave
mm.
At the Jurong Lake?
Yep, yep.
Yeah. So we went kayaking.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice. So
We
you're
went
an outdoor
kayaking.
person.
I'm not a really outdoor person. I don't like hot. I don't like hot weather. I'm afraid that my skin will get burned as well. But I love doing something that I have never done before.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I mean, we should try out, when we can for the experience, for yeah.
From
So when will be the next time that you come here? Let me show you around our campus.
I get kicked out because the internet connection.
Ah, okay,
So
no
yeah,
wonder.
yeah,
Mm.
probably as soon as possible I will go to Singapore because I really love Singapore, especially about the facilities and the culinaries. I love, what do you call that rice?
Chicken rice.
Chicken rice. Yeah, Hainan rice, Hainan rice.
Hainan chicken rice, yes.
Hainan chicken rice. Yeah, I think that's one of the best food that I've ever tasted.
Wow.
I love the aroma, the essence of the rice.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. This is very popular dish in Singapore.
yeah.
Did you
I can
try
eat
any other dishes? Like chili
any
crab, laksa?
laksa. I also try. Yeah, but the best one, I think, in my personal opinion, yeah, the
It's still the
Hainan rice.
Hainanese chicken rice.
Yeah, Hainan chicken rice. Because I
How
love
how how much is it different from the food in Indonesia?
in Indonesia, in Indonesia, the food I think is pretty much the same because we share pretty much the same culture
Mm.
in food wise because yeah, there are many Malay in Singapore as well, right?
Yes, so I
So
think the dishes over there is more like peranakan, nyonya.
yeah, do you know like is it my connection? I think it's
Yes,
uh,
yes, you are freezing.
I'm freezing even though it's hot outside. All right. I think the participant is already 12 people.
Are here?
Yeah, it's already ten people. So,
Okay.
would you like to still wait for an other participants or would you want to start?
Maybe we can wait for a little while more.
Okay, we can wait for a little while more while we are talking, right? Sharing about
Yes.
Singapore and
Yes.
dishes. Okay. Yeah, so if you come to Indonesia, especially to my city called Pontianak, so we are the capital city of West Borneo, West Kalimantan. We have so many culinaries. We have so many foods, dishes. Like if you know, I I I think you never heard of nasi Padang before.
Yes, yes. My favorite, one of my favorite.
Oh, nasi Padang is your favorite.
Yes, I
Yeah, nasi
am so
Padang is
much
really good.
into Peranakan food. I love beef rendang.
Yeah, beef
Yeah,
rendang.
chicken rendang. Yeah, all the
Mhm.
rendangs I like.
I just ate beef rendang yesterday.
Oh, is it
Yeah.
very popular there? Because it seems that when I went to Jakarta, I mean, I have never been to your city yet. The last time when I went to Jakarta, I don't seem to find a lot of like beef rendang choices there.
You cannot try to find beef rendang separately. You need to find beef rendang at a Padang restaurant.
Oh,
Ah,
okay, okay.
it is
Now I
only
get it.
available it is only available at Padang restaurant.
I
Yeah.
see.
What
Okay.
what makes what makes Padang restaurant or Padang dishes is like desired by many is actually because of the soup.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
The soup.
So you offer soup. This is something very different from
It's
Singapore.
it's coconut milk soup.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
In
they
Singapore, we
they
don't offer that.
yeah. Ya, silakan. Iya ya, silakan. Ya, terima kasih. Someone just deliver a food. We were talking about food. That's the law of attraction. Yeah, the soup is made from coconut milk and mixed with some ingredients, spices, and also chili.
Ah,
Yeah,
that should be very nice.
the combination just really will makes your tongue wants more. You want to eat more and
Oh,
take more portion.
I am so looking forward to try already.
Oh, you need to try.
So when you come to Singapore, do you find our public transport convenient?
It's very convenient.
Yes?
It's like it's you know what your question is just like the survey from most students in Singapore. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, some students randomly come to me and then
mm,
they make a survey. Like I want to ask you something. This is this is a homework from my university. So I was asked by my lecturer to make a survey about the transportation facility in Singapore.
mm,
And then they asked, "Do you think that the public transportation in Singapore is convenient for you?" And I said yes because it's really convenient.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
indeed. Actually, you can get, our public transport, especially our MRT, the
yeah,
train services actually is very, very convenient. We have expanded into like so many different roads in Singapore. So there
yeah.
isn't a place that, you cannot reach there by MRT. And in fact, there's also a lot of like bus choices. Mm.
Yeah.
No, it's very, very convenient, which is the reason. This is also one of the key reason, lah, that the government encourage more people to take public transport. As you know, Singapore is very expensive if you want to buy a car.
Yeah.
You want to own a car in Singapore is as good as you're owning a property.
Mhm. Oh wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's why they make public transport so convenient. You have no reason not to use public transport, and it's very fast. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
very fast. It's very
every
fast.
less than 5 minutes, every like 2 3 minutes, you'll be expecting the next train to come.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I still remember this moment when I chased the last train at the middle of the night.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
To go to to go to my hotel. I stayed at so I stayed for about 2 weeks, right?
Right.
So one night I stayed at Marina Bay Sands.
Yes.
Yeah. And the other nights, the rest of the nights, I stayed at Furama Riverfront.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Furama Riverfront.
That's not bad also.
It's close to Clark Key.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, Clark
It's very
Key.
convenient, and then you have a lot of dining options, a lot of entertainment options in Clarke Quay as well.
Yeah, yeah. I went there. Well, it was very crowded.
It is very, very crowded. It's always get crowded because there's
It's
also
always
a
that
lot of
crowded.
like dining option, of course, and then there is also like, some drinking places that you can
Mhm.
have wine or that. It's actually quite a popular place over here.
Yeah. I was actually invited to the Istana.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's nice. You know, our last campus, we are just 15 meters away from the Istana, the President House.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, which is actually a more traditional building. I'm not too sure if you happen to pass by. It's at the side of Orchard, which is like nearer to Dhoby Ghaut, nearer to this
Mm.
shopping mall called Plaza Singapura. So it's 15 meters away from the President House, which a lot of students actually like because it's very, very secure for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's a traditional Chinese building where it's like, a heritage building that the government would want to conserve. So there isn't a lot of changes that we can make to the building. It's a two-story high building with a lot of
Okay.
like, classes, especially at level one. So when you go into the building, it's really like very traditional looking Chinese culture, Chinese design.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's very interesting. Chinese
yes,
architectural
it's a
building,
very
right?
heritage building. So
Mm-hmm.
after, along the years when we started to grow in terms of like, student numbers, we are not able to house everybody in that old building,
Oh.
which is why we actually get a new building of 8-story high right in the center of Orchard. So we have a bigger space now. Because over
Oh.
there in the previous campus, we are not able to like hack the wall to make the classroom bigger. You cannot do any changes to the building. Even for any maintenance, we will still have to like, seek approval, even though we own that building.
Ah, I see.
We bought that building for I think 60 over million.
60, 60,
60 over million.
60 over million. Million
Yes,
of SGD.
SGD. But the
Oh.
thing is that because it's a heritage building, even if you own the building, there's only very minimal you can do to change, the whole structure. You can only
Mm.
maintain, touch up, try to, maintain the structure, the walls, everything, but you're not able to hack or remove anything, even if
Yeah.
you own that building.
I think this is because the policy from the government itself. They don't want to they want they want the building. So in some countries like Italy, in France and in other European countries, they have this policy that you cannot have your own house with the color that you want.
Ah,
Ah,
okay, okay.
you need to adjust the color of your house with
To
your
suit the
neighbor
surrounding.
to suit the
Yes,
surroundings.
yes,
Yeah. So
yes,
it's aesthetical purpose.
yes, that's right.
Yeah. I think
And
it's the
because, like
same
heritage
policy.
buildings are hard to come by now, most
Yeah.
of them, have already been removed and rebuilt. So that's why I mean, heritage buildings are very rare. A
Hmm.
lot of, a part of like history that they want to
Hmm.
keep.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Okay, I think we
I
should be
think
more or less, yeah.
all
Maybe we
right.
can start now.
All right, we can start. I will start
Okay.
the meeting. I will start first by bahasa, okay?
Yes, yes.
Oke,
Thank you.
selamat pagi teman-teman semua, Ibu dan Bapak yang sudah hadir di meeting pada malam di pagi hari ini. Selamat datang. Jadi pada pagi hari ini kita akan membahas topik EduTalk tentang salah satu sekolah yang luar biasa di Singapura yaitu MIT. Nah, MIT adalah salah satu sekolah yang sudah berdiri lama di Singapura dan telah mencetak banyak sekali student yang berprestasi dan go international ke negara-negara lainnya juga. Dan setelah kalau misalnya anak-anak bapak dan ibu sudah sekolah di MIT Singapore, of course kalau misalnya ingin masuk ke dunia kerja itu juga sangat gampang, apalagi kalau misalnya di Singapura karena akan ada jenjang kerjanya, akan ada prospek kerjanya. Sehingga stay tune buat Bapak Ibu, silakan on cam kalau ingin misalnya supaya meetingnya lebih interaktif dan silakan nanti tanyakan apa saja yang membuat Bapak Ibu penasaran ya, apa saja yang Bapak Ibu ingin tahu tentang MIT Singapore, bagaimana cara daftarnya, bagaimana price listnya, bagaimana cara untuk bisa sekolah di sana, dan bagaimana prospek dari lulusan MIT Singapore. Oke, tanpa kita berlama-lama lagi, saya undang speaker kita, Jen Tang. So, Jen, the time is
Hello.
yours.
Right. Thank you so much. Right. Morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Right. So I will start off with sharing with you a little bit about MET. So
Oke,
if you have
jadi
any, sorry.
okay, Jen. So I will be your interpreter today. So
Okay. So
because
every will you be sharing every like translating every sentence?
yeah, translating every sentence.
Okay. All right. I need you to give me the access to share screen.
Okay, wait.
Right.
All right, done.
Thank you so much. Just give me a minute, yeah. Okay, I think someone is coming in.
Yep, I will do the accept.
Right.
Jadi Jen sebentar lagi akan melakukan presentasinya dan silakan di Bapak Ibu untuk memperhatikan presentasi yang dilakukan oleh Jen.
Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, John, you can see my screen, right?
Yep, we can see your screen.
Okay, all good. Right, so welcome to MET Global Institute.
Selamat datang ke MIT Global Institute.
Hmm. Right, MET Global Institute is actually part of MET Education Group.
Jadi MIT Global Institute adalah salah satu bagian dari MIT Education Group.
Right, so we do not actually offer only higher learning program. We actually started our education services as young as preschool. In fact, in Singapore, we have a preschool called MET Juniors in offering childcare services. So we actually educate the toddlers, the younger children, all the way to like our college where we prepare international students for admission to our local government school as well as international school.
Oke, jadi kita tidak hanya menyediakan kuliahnya saja, tetapi kita juga menyediakan preschool seperti SMP, SMA, dan kalau misalnya teman-teman ingin melakukan penyertaan sekolah atau penyertaan pendidikan di Singapura, itu bisa melalui MIT Education Group, seperti ada childcare dan jurusan-jurusan lainnya.
Right. So of course, as you can see from here, where we progress to diploma, advanced diploma, degree, masters to even doctorate courses, and also offering professional training for working professionals.
Ya, kita menyediakan diploma, advanced diploma, sertifikat 4, sertifikat 3, doctoral degree atau S1, S2 dan S3 bahkan. Dan kita juga menyediakan pelatihan-pelatihan untuk profesional untuk mempersiapkan teman-teman semua ke dunia kerja.
Right. So moving on, apart from the campus that you see in Singapore, we currently have actually 14 universities worldwide. So these are the 14 countries that you can see where we have our own campuses, a uni campus in that particular country. And in terms of all the schools in total, preschool, international school, colleges, we have up to 171 around the
Oke,
world.
jadi kita tidak hanya ada di Singapura saja, tetapi kita MIT itu juga berada di 14 negara berbeda. Ada di angka 1 hingga 14, Singapura, London, New York, San Francisco, dan negara-negara lainnya yang bisa teman-teman baca di screen.
Right. So what you can see now is actually our second generation of our leadership, which they are born and raised in US and UK respectively.
Ya, jadi ini adalah pimpinan kita yang sudah generasi kedua yang dilahirkan dan dibesarkan di Amerika Serikat.
So as you can see from our president is also, sorry, featured in the Forbes magazine.
Ya, pimpinan kita juga di highlight di Forbes Magazine, yaitu adalah salah satu majalah terkenal untuk para orang-orang sukses.
So coming up next is actually our regional CEO, which is also our Singapore CEO, Professor Leon. He was formerly CEO of Kaplan, which is also a very popular school in Singapore. So previously, he has actually hit Kaplan to what it is today. And here he is with MET right now, leading us to what MET has built up today.
Oke, jadi ini adalah pimpinan kita, CEO dari MIT, Profesor Leon Chung. Beliau juga merupakan mantan pimpinan dari Kaplan Business School yang juga terkenal di Singapura dan bahkan Kaplan Business School itu juga ada di Australia. Nah, jadi profesor kita, CEO kita sudah sangat sangat kredibel dalam memimpin perusahaan.
So these are some of the pictures taken with the ex-minister, ex-England minister Boris. This is actually our London University opening, where we actually invited him down to join us in our opening session.
Ya, jadi ini merupakan dokumentasi dengan salah satu menteri di London, di UK, dan ini merupakan acara di mana kita melakukan pembukaan kampus kita yang ada di UK, di London.
Okay, more pictures of taken. On the left, you can actually see that we have our leaders taking pictures with our current president, Taman. He was actually the one who invited MET to Singapore and to open up schools. In fact, right now we are also planning to open up an international school in Singapore.
Oke, jadi di gambar kiri bisa melihat bahwa ini adalah foto-foto dari pimpinan kita bersama dengan salah satu menteri di London, ya, dan juga salah satu mantan pimpinan kita yang ada di London. Jadi memang beliaulah yang menginvite si menteri di London untuk datang ke pembukaan acara tersebut.
Okay, so on the left is the Singapore president, and then on the right is actually our minister, ex-minister from England, Boris. So moving on next, these are some of the pictures that is taken with various ambassadors from different countries. Like on the left, we have the Prince of Saudi Arabia.
Jadi di gambar kanan kita ini kita lagi ada foto dengan pangeran dari Saudi Arabia.
Right, more pictures with different ambassador around the world.
Ya, ini foto-foto lainnya dengan beberapa pimpinan, beberapa kedutaan besar di beberapa negara lainnya.
All right, so this is actually some of our uni exchange program where we actually met up with various unis chancellor.
Ya, ini adalah foto-foto dari pertukaran mahasiswa, program pertukaran mahasiswa kita, dan ini foto-foto dengan mahasiswa-mahasiswa dari universitas lainnya juga.
Right. So as I shared earlier on, we actually have campus all around the world. Today, I have actually picked a few videos to share with you about our campus in the respective countries, how it looks like. The first one I'm going to share with you is our university campus in Dubai, which is also a very developed country.
Ya, jadi tadi saya sudah bilang sebelumnya bahwa kita memiliki banyak sekali kampus di seluruh dunia dan salah satunya adalah Dubai. Dan hari ini saya menyediakan beberapa slide berpresentasi tentang kampus di Dubai yang kita tahu bahwa Dubai adalah salah satu negara yang paling menjadi tujuan wisata dan juga sangat terkenal itu bahwa negara itu negara yang sangat kaya. Jen, can you replay the video because we cannot hear the sound. You need to share
Oh,
sound as well.
the sound is actually shared already. Let me just try it again. Yeah, my sound is full volume already. Is there any control on your end that limit the sound? Because the last time I have also similar problems where they after they actually allow sound, then you can hear it. Let me just see.
Let me check. Let me check.
Okay.
All good. I
All
think
good.
you need to press share sound on your end.
Which is done.
Oh, it's done already?
Yes, it's done. Let me just see
Okay.
again. Yeah, it's done and it's full volume now. Okay. Yeah, okay, let's try it again, yeah?
Okay, let's try again.
Can you hear now?
We cannot hear the sound.
Oh, that's weird. Let me see if there's anything here. Okay, we try again, yeah?
Okay, now we can hear the sound.
Again?
Yeah. Okay. All right. We can hear the sound.
Okay, good.
Welcome to life at Amity University, Dubai. Our state-of-the-art facilities is a home to a range of disciplines, numerous extracurricular activities, and a constant opportunity for growth.
So in Dubai, apart from, those more
Three floors of
popular
library
and
books are available to
generic
students
courses like
24/7
business
with
accounting,
automated
they
self-check-in
actually
and
offer
checkout
a
kiosks.
niche program like forensic, nanotechnology, fashion design.
From the funding of startup
These are some of
and
the
mentorship programs,
that they actually offer
office
over there.
spaces, and
So
networking
you'll be able to
opportunities,
see the different
Amity's
apps catered to
Incubation
different
Center gives
majors.
students a platform to develop their business ideas and to build a sustainable life after Amity.
So the question is, are you ready to start your entrepreneur journey? Do you want to turn your concepts into a rapid reality? Do join us at the Incubation Center at Amity University. Be one of our startups. This is the place where dreams come true.
It's not just about being book smart. Amity is a one-lab facilities give us hands-on practical to go with hearing theory class.
We offer very exciting degree, which is a Bachelor of Design. It teaches you all 4 steps of the growth conception, ideation, prototyping, and finally the outcome of that brilliant design that you can think of, which is unique and different.
It's very fully equipped, as you can see. And later you'll be able to see that we even have our own stadium within the university. This is our aerospace lab.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yes. These are the more niche program that I mentioned.
Amity student residences house over 250 students with an access to a gym, study space, pantry, and a laundry room.
So this is actually the hostel for students. Their accommodation, laundry services. That's our swimming pool within the campus. That's the stadium that I mentioned earlier on. That's for forensic major. That's the nanotechnology lab. We also have our own media room.
At home with Amity Dubai.
This is Amity.
So at the back, you'll be seeing some pictures. These are actual pictures of our campus. It's not taken from Google, yeah? These are actual pictures of our campus. Right. So due to time constraint, I will not run through the full video for the upcoming schools. I will just share with you briefly. We can actually share the full video, with all the students who are interested later on. So the
Okay.
next one I'm going to share with you is our largest campus to date in New York.
Jadi saya juga akan memperlihatkan video salah satu kampus terbesar kita yang ada di New York.
Welcome to Amity Campus, New York. Amity Campus is situated in Oakdale, Long Island.
This train station connects Oakdale with Manhattan, and it's a 15 minutes walk from the Amity campus. This is a remarkable 170-acre campus with 24-hour security system. The campus boasts expansive green fields where students can unwind, bask in the sunlight, and enjoy various outdoor activities. The Centennial Hall is a vital hub for academic and professional events on campus, hosting major guest lectures, workshops, seminars, and interactive sessions, with an amphitheater that seats up to 400 students. Brother Miguel Center, opposite Centennial Hall, has advanced technology for mass communication and engineering students. Adjacent to Miguel Center stands the impressive St. Joseph Hall, serving as a residence for male students. This hall provides essential amenities such as a common area, television, washing machine, microwave, room heaters, and cleaning services. Additionally, the male students residing in St. Joseph Hall can enjoy a stunning view of the lake. Malloy Hall houses girls and provides amenities similar to the boys' accommodation, including table tennis and pool tables in the common hall. In the evenings, students can often be found engaging in various activities, such as playing basketball on the court, working out at the gymnasium, or taking a leisurely stroll on the campus's private beach. The campus provides 3 daily meals featuring a diverse range of multicultural dishes. Students can experience a diverse culture with trips to the United Nations Meeting Hall, Niagara Falls, Washington, D.C., and Boston.
I'm going to share with you about our Tashkent University. So as you can see, there is actually different design, different structure for different campuses. It caters very much to the culture, to the the preference of the students over there. So as you can see, Dubai and Singapore, they share similar design. They are more modern, contemporary style. And then in New York, we are actually a more traditional campus.
Hello, my name is Farah Matman.
Similar to Tashkent, where Tashkent is actually with a lot of greenery.
This is our favorite place, remember it from orientation days. Amity is more than university. Here we feel
This
like
is the
at
reception
home.
area. Okay.
Delight.
So now, coming back to Singapore, before I proceed with the Singapore campus, fun fact that I would like to share with you is that Amity leadership team, they only believe in, owning that piece of land where we build our campus. So they don't rent the space from government bodies, from private companies, private property companies. In fact, they look into, owning that piece of land where we build campus. So around the campus that I shared with you earlier on, all those plot of land are actually owned by Amity. Right. So
Okay.
coming to
Okay, so I will do the interpretation. Jadi
yes.
di MET kita sebenarnya para pimpinan kita bukan meminjam tanah dari pemerintah atau meminjam tanah dari private company, dari perusahaan swasta, tetapi kita memiliki tanah tersebut dan kita membangun kampus kita di atas tanah tersebut. Dan jadi kita ada pemilik dari properti tersebut dan pemilik dari tanah yang ada di atas properti tersebut.
Okay, so coming back to Singapore, MET, since we have been operating in Singapore, we have always been accredited 4 years EduTrust, which this is a very important accreditation within the Singapore education system.
Okay, continue.
Okay, so I'm going to share with you our grand opening in Singapore, which just nice, it collides with our Chinese Lunar New Year. So this is actually the view how it's like. This was in February this year. the
171st campus in just a few months.
3, 2, 1, let's go! So this is the whole building standing by itself in the middle of the city. So you will see some snippets inside where I will be showing you a more detailed video later. It's a 8-story high building. So that's one, our auditorium. That's one of our common area for students, multi-purpose area.
My deep appreciation to all of you. Thank you. Now,
Okay, we shall share this with some of our celebration and planning area. Right, so these are the pictures taken where you can also see some in the earlier video.
Ya, ini
Now the
adalah
next
beberapa
vi-
foto yang diambil yang bisa tadi teman-teman lihat di dalam video.
Right, the next video that I will want to share with you is a video that is taken by our student. So you can actually have a clearer look inside. So this will be the exact place where you will be studying if you are enrolling with us. So as you can see right now, there are some parts of it still in the final stage of touching up. That's why it's actually sealed. So our auditorium can hold up to 120 pax. There are 3 levels in the basement, which is why it is 8-story high. So the above 3 levels are all classrooms. So there are different sizes of classroom in different kind of sittings. Some are in cluster sittings, some are traditional classroom sittings, catered for different courses. This is a resting area where we actually have some books for students to read while waiting for them to go for another class. But of course, right now we have digital library. Everything is digitalized already. So this white color board you see here will be removed after our fire curtain is installed. Okay, so now the next video is what we call it the 100 steps around our campus. So you have a visibility on, what is around the campus within 100 steps.
Oke, jadi next videonya itu adalah kampus barunya MIT di Singapura dan sekitar 100 langkah dari kampus yang sebelumnya.
on, there is a very big National Library. Entry is free for all. And there's a lot of recognition. One of our more famous hot pot, Hai Di Lao, which I think is worldwide already. So we also have hostel. This hostel is just 25 minutes walk away from our campus.
Ya, jadi tadi merupakan adalah cuplikan video yang menjelaskan sekitaran di MIT kampus di Singapura itu ada apa aja sih fasilitas yang bisa teman-teman akses. Dan tadi teman-teman sudah lihat bahwa ada banyak sekali fasilitas yang bisa teman-teman akses di sekitaran MIT Global Institute di Singapura.
Okay. So these are some of the photos of the extracurriculum programs that we have for our students. So apart from the usual classes they attend, we also encourage students to develop their skill set in other areas.
Ya, ini merupakan foto-foto dari beberapa ekstrakurikulum yang ada di MIT Global Institute. Jadi selain dari pelajaran akademik saja, kita juga mendorong para mahasiswa di MIT untuk juga mengikuti ekstrakurikuler untuk meningkatkan skill dan passion mereka.
Okay, and this is some of the outings that we have arranged for our students. We actually bring them to places of interest in Singapore for them to have a better understanding of Singapore, as well as some exchange with local organization where they get to understand how local organization operate.
Ya, ini merupakan beberapa aktivitas-aktivitas perjalanan yang disediakan oleh MIT Global Institute kepada para mahasiswanya untuk seperti kunjungan-kunjungan perusahaan dan kunjungan tempat-tempat wisata.
So these are some of the pictures taken of our hostels. There are actually quite a number of hostels options that students can opt for depending on their request, their budget, and their preference.
Ya, ini merupakan beberapa foto dari tempat tinggal dari para student di MIT Global Institute yang bisa dilihat bahwa ini keren banget ya. Tadi sudah ada komen ya, wow, so cool.
More options, okay. So moving on. Now, these are some of the international partners we have worldwide. In particular, I want to bring to your attention of our 3 university partners that currently we work very closely with. One is University of London, and then we also have Teesside University as well as University of Northampton.
Ya, jadi partner internasionalnya MIT Global Institute adalah University of London, ada University of Northampton, dan ada Teesside University. Dan University of London adalah salah satu partner kerjasama kita yang paling kuat.
Okay, these are some of the sharing of the respective uni, their accolades and their credentials.
Ya, ini adalah beberapa credential yang akan teman-teman dapatkan jika teman-teman mengambil studi di MIT Global Institute. Jadi, sertifikat dan ijazah sudah terkredensi oleh University of London. Jadi ketika teman-teman lulus dari MIT Global Institute, maka teman-teman tidak hanya dapat ijazah dari MIT Global Institute saja, tetapi teman-teman juga mendapatkan sertifikat dan ijazah dari University of London. Jadi seperti double certificate and double degree.
Okay, so one thing to share about University of London Queen Mary, they have actually moved up in terms of ranking. In 2024, they are actually ranked 145. And now they in 2025 ranking, they have ranked 120.
Ya, jadi University of London secara internasional itu berada di peringkat 120 globally.
Right, moving on next, we have University of Northampton. Currently, the MBA that they are offering, as a survey done by our Singapore Business Review, they are actually ranked the #1 UK MBA in Singapore.
University of Northampton itu peringkat nomor 1 untuk MBA atau Master of Business Administration di Singapura.
Okay, and then moving on to Teesside University. Teesside University are more popular for their bachelor program. We also have a lot of students going for their masters in education, even to doctorate in education.
Ya, Teesside University sendiri itu menyediakan banyak sekali jurusan yang bisa teman-teman ambil seperti super overall and other major.
Okay, so as you can see from the left, this is actually the traditional university pathway. On the right is our MET pathway.
Ya, ini merupakan pathway yang bisa teman-teman ambil dan yang di sebelah kanan itu adalah MET pathway.
Okay, so if looking at the right at the bottom, starting from O levels in Singapore, which is equivalent to mid school, the progression will be for the student to go into MET foundation of 6 months, which this is something like more like a bridging course, followed by our
Ya,
uni year one MET diploma of 8 months.
oke. Jadi di sebelah kanan teman-teman bisa lihat bahwa kalau misalnya ingin studi di Singapura bisa juga mulai dari O levels atau di 10th grade setara dengan middle school ya, setara dengan ya kelas 10 atau 1 SMA. Setelah itu teman-teman akan melanjutkan ke studi MET Foundation. Itu seperti itu adalah seperti tingkat pendidikan dasar setelah SMA untuk menyetarakan kurikulum antara Indonesia dengan Singapura selama 6 bulan dan selanjutnya akan dilanjutkan dengan diploma satu di MIT diploma selama kurang lebih 8 bulan.
Okay, and then after uni year one, they will progress to uni year two, which is equivalent to our MET advanced diploma of 8 months. And subsequently, they will progress to their university bachelor degree top up of a year, 12 months.
Ya, jadi setelah tahun pertama di MIT diploma, teman-teman akan lanjutkan ke tahun kedua yang setara dengan program di MIT yaitu Advanced Diploma dan selanjutnya kalau misal teman-teman sudah selesai dari Advanced Diploma, teman-teman bisa lanjut ke tahun ketiga yang juga setara dengan University Bachelor Degree
So
atau
as you can
S1.
see, MET is a university ourselves, which is why the way we develop our curriculum are all accepted by our university partners, even University of London. That is the reason why our diploma and advanced diploma are accepted as their uni year one and year two studies.
Oke, jadi bagaimana cara kita merancang dan cara kita mendesain semua program dan kurikulum kita itu setelah diakui oleh University of London. Dan maka dari itu, ketika kita melakukan studi di MIT Global Institute, maka kurikulumnya sudah terkoneksi dengan University of London. Sehingga ketika kita lulus nanti, kita akan tidak hanya mendapatkan sertifikat dari MIT saja, tetapi juga dari University of London.
So what you can see here, take diploma uni year one as an example. 8 months, 8 months, 12 months is the official duration. However, minus off your term break, your exam break, the actual duration the student will take to complete each level of studies is 6 months, 6 months, 10 months.
Oke, jadi kalau misalnya teman-teman lihat di grafik ini, teman-teman bisa melihat bahwa masing-masing di tahun pertama dan kedua, tahun ketiga itu ada masa studinya selama 8 bulan dan 12 bulan. Nah, namun secara secara praktikal, teman-teman itu sebenarnya untuk menyelesaikan studinya hanya butuh 6 bulan, 6 bulan dan 10 bulan untuk menyelesaikan semua studinya.
So in actual, less than 2 years, student who will be able to actually get, a bachelor degree. And in
Ya,
terms of each year of studies, they will also get a certification. So let's say they finish uni year one, they will be awarded a MET diploma, year two, advanced diploma, and then the final year, they will have a bachelor. So instead of going for a bachelor 3-year program, they only get a bachelor cert. Now students can actually get 3 certs after they complete each year of studies.
ya. Jadi daripada teman-teman menyelesaikan S1 dalam waktu 3 hingga 4 tahun, teman-teman sudah bisa mendapatkan gelar S1 dalam waktu di bawah 2 tahun. Karena teman-teman untuk di year one, tahun pertama hanya perlu 6 bulan untuk menyelesaikannya. Di tahun kedua itu teman-teman hanya butuh 6 bulan saja, tetap jadi 1 tahun sudah dapat 2 sertifikat. Teman-teman lanjutkan ke bachelor degree-nya, S1-nya selama 10 bulan dan teman-teman akan mendapatkan gelar S1. Jadi total durasi belajar itu hanya 1 tahun 10 bulan dan teman-teman sudah akan mendapatkan sertifikat ijazah S1 dari MIT Global Institute.
Okay, so we have actually planned out 4 different pathways for students. First one being business, which is actually quite popular among all countries, not just in Singapore. So students will go through a diploma in business administration, advanced diploma in business administration, followed by a bachelor degree in international business management final year with TSET University.
Oke, jadi anak muda
Juan?
am I
Okay, we
audible?
got you back, Juan.
Okay, you get me back, right? Okay,
Yes.
I'm coming back. Alright. Jadi kita akan ketika kita mengambil jurusan bisnis, kita akan mulai dari diploma dulu. Diploma year one itu tahun pertama of Business Administration, lalu lanjutkan ke tahun kedua itu Advanced Diploma Business Administration, dan kita lanjutkan dengan S1 dari International Business Management. Nah, ini adalah tahun lulusnya teman-teman semua. Jadi selesainya itu cuma kurang lebih dalam waktu 2 tahun saja. Dan ini sertifikatnya juga teman-teman akan dapatkan dari Teesside University di Inggris.
Okay, so similar for the rest of the pathway, which I will not go into details. Rest of the pathway is accounting, IT. Okay, IT, I would like to share a little bit more. As you can see from here, our year one, year two, even to our final year, we are actually giving students the option to go for computing. But why computing? Because computing is something that is more generic. We don't want to narrow students right from the start to focus only on one specific specialization. We wanted to explore them to different part of IT because IT itself is very broad.
Oke, jadi kita juga punya jurusan accounting dan sekarang ada jurusan informasi teknologi atau IT. Nah, di IT jurusan kita itu tidak hanya fokus ke satu satu fokusnya saja, tetapi kita lebih fokus ke computing atau komputerisasi. Dan di IT itu sebenarnya jurusannya itu ilmunya sangat-sangat luas, sehingga kita memberikan kesempatan buat student untuk belajar IT dengan banyak sekali mata kuliah dan bisa memilih.
Okay, so what we are positioning is that we wanted all our students to build a solid foundation in IT aspect. So when they actually gain the knowledge of various parts of IT, they can then choose to go into a specific field or specialization in a special aspect of IT. Take for example, data science, cybersecurity. They can actually choose to go to take a skills diploma in that aspect, or they can actually go for a master's in data science, for example. So in the event if they decided to switch within IT, there are still other areas they can go to. And if they want to pursue a specialization, they can actually do it after they complete the foundation studies.
Oke. Nah, jadi di IT kita itu sangat-sangat berfokus kepada tingkat dasar fondasi dari ilmu IT itu tersendiri kepada para mahasiswa sehingga nanti mereka bisa memilih fokus-fokus yang mereka ingin ambil. Spesialisasinya apa? Mau ambil industri apa? Contohnya mau ambil cyber security atau keamanan cyber itu bisa atau mau ambil untuk data science itu juga bisa. Nah, jadi bisa mempersiapkan para mahasiswa untuk lebih siap ke dunia kerja atau melanjutkan ke jenjang S2-nya mereka.
Okay, and then moving on next, which I don't think I need to share more, as everyone should be very familiar, is our hospitality program.
Nah, ini adalah program hospitality yang bisa teman-teman lihat bahwa ini banyak sekali orang yang mau ambil ya, hospitality.
So hospitality is the only program that we are offering internship. So as you can see at level 1 uni studies in our diploma level, it's actually 6 months classroom learning plus 6 months internship. Internship is student will be able to get a salary ranges from 900 to 1,002 per month, and they work with established organization like Resort World, Singapore Airlines, to name a few, Furama Hotel. We also arranged for students to work with our largest grocery stores, NTUC Fair Price Group. So these are some of the organization that student will expose to.
Oke, jadi jurusan hospitality ini teman-teman adalah satu-satunya jurusan kita yang menawarkan program magang ke perusahaan-perusahaan rekan perusahaan kita yang sudah bekerjasama dengan MIT Global Institute. Nah, seperti nanti teman-teman kalau misalnya teman-teman magang di MIT Global Institute, teman-teman akan diberikan akses ke perusahaan-perusahaan yang bisa teman-teman pilih. Contohnya adalah salah satu grocery store terbesar di Singapura yaitu NTUC Group. Nah, itu teman-teman bisa bekerja di sana. Juga bisa nanti teman-teman kerja di hotel atau di restoran, tempat-tempat makan yang sudah bekerja sama resmi dengan kita. Dan gajinya itu range-nya dari 12 hingga 15 juta per bulan.
Okay. I will not go too much on our MBA program. So if let's say you have any specific inquiry, you can actually check with us much later. So basically, we have this more popular MBA in Singapore, which is actually our University of London Queen Mary MBA. It's a 12 months program. This program is with exam. So there are 4 intakes a year.
Ya, jadi ini adalah salah satu program S2 kita yang saya akan jelaskan sedikit ya. Jadi ini programnya dari University of London yang di Queen Mary di Inggris. Jadi durasi dari program ini adalah 12 bulan ya, 1 tahun. Jadi teman-teman bisa dapat S2-nya dalam 1 tahun saja. Dan programnya ini lulusnya dengan cara exam atau ujian.
Right? I should not go too much into this. The next one is our more popular MBA in Singapore, the one that I mentioned, our first UK MBA. So this program is also a 12 months program. However, it's assignment based and there are 5 intakes per year.
Oke, nah ini juga adalah salah satu program best selling kita yang salah satu yang terbaik yang tadi sudah disebutkan bahwa ini adalah program administrasi bisnis S2 terbaik di Singapura dari University of Northampton, UK, Inggris. Jadi teman-teman kalau lulus S2-nya dari MIT Global Institute, ambil MBA program yang ini, teman-teman akan mendapatkan ijazah S2 dari University of Northampton, UK. Dan dia durasinya juga 12 bulan dan struktur programnya itu berdasarkan tugas. Jadi teman-teman nanti lulusnya kalau misalnya bisa menyelesaikan tugas dari pihak sekolah. Dan juga dia akan ada 4 intakes dalam 1 tahun.
Okay. So this is another program that I want to share with you. Similar to our diploma and advanced diploma program, postgraduate diploma is something like a bridging module, bridging course, I would say, for MBA. For students who are not able to gain direct entry into the respective MBA, they can actually go through this pathway instead, which help them prepare better for MBA.
Oke, jadi ini adalah program yang menjembatani antara S1 dengan S2. Misalnya kalau misal teman-teman pas S1 ambil jurusan tertentu yang tidak sesuai dengan yang S2 yang teman-teman mau, maka teman-teman bisa mengambil program ini, Postgraduate Diploma in Management. Sehingga teman-teman nanti bisa menjadi eligible untuk mendapatkan S2-nya di program tersebut.
So as you can see from here, it's a 12 months program and it's a rolling intake, meaning to say there's intake every single month. You do not have to wait for a specific intake to go into the program.
Ya, dan ini itu intake-nya ada di setiap bulan. Jadi teman-teman tidak perlu menunggu mau bulan kapan baru bisa ambil sekolahnya. Teman-teman setiap bulan kalau misalnya tiba-tiba memiliki keputusan mau join ke program ini, maka teman-teman bisa join kapanpun.
So if you actually look at it, when you take our postgraduate diploma with the respective MBA, University of Northampton MBA on the left, University of London MBA on the right, these are the duration as well as the modules that you will need to take. So the beauty of postgraduate diploma is that upon completion, you actually get exemption for your MBA. So you don't have to go through the whole MBA course again. In fact, you only top up modules for each MBA.
Oke, jadi bagusnya atau cantiknya dari program postgraduate ini, kalau misalnya teman-teman nanti mengambil untuk ke Master Business Administration ya, teman-teman tuh nanti akan ada dapat potongan mata kuliah yang teman-teman tidak perlu ambil semuanya untuk di program S2-nya. Nah, jadi ketika teman-teman sudah menyelesaikan program persiapan untuk S2-nya, sudah selesai selama 12 bulan, maka teman-teman ketika S2-nya, teman-teman tidak perlu mengikuti semua mata kuliah yang harus teman-teman ambil. Jadi teman-teman akan mendapatkan potongan untuk beberapa mata kuliah. Seperti itu.
Okay. So I shall not go too much into this. These are basically the cost fee, which I will share, later on. So I've come to an end of my sharing today. Now is Q&A session.
Oke, teman-teman. Jadi presentasinya sudah selesai. Untuk harga itu nanti akan di-share juga sama saya mungkin ke teman-teman semua atau ke grup. Dan nanti kalau misalnya teman-teman ada pertanyaan harga juga silakan tanyakan saja. Nah, sekarang kita akan lanjutkan ke sesi tanya jawab. Silakan bagi teman-teman ada yang ada pertanyaan, silakan raise hand atau coba buka mic-nya dan bicara saja kalau ada pertanyaan. Atau mungkin misalnya bisa chat di chat box juga.
Any questions, anyone?
Yeah, there are some questions in the chat box actually.
Yes, I'm just taking a look actually.
So this is question from Sandri Situmeang.
Yes, is there any major aging support or aged care? Okay, we do not have any healthcare program as of now. As you understand, healthcare has become although it's always shortage of manpower, but I would say that it's a very high turnover program, high turnover industry. Reason being, they are often like overstretched in terms of working hours, and emotionally it's very stressful taking care of, the age, the patients. So right now there is actually declining demand, not so much demand in wanting to go for healthcare courses, which is the reason why we are not offering this program, this measure anymore.
All right. Oh, so do you have this program previously?
Previously we have actually looked into this, but we decided not to go ahead with the program because we realized from the survey that we have actually conducted, it seems that we are receiving more and more students who want to come out from healthcare industry. In fact, right now everybody is looking to do something that is more generic. So these open up more career options for them. Take for example, today I'm a business student. I graduate from business. I can go to any industry, even healthcare, because any organization, any industry, you need to know how to operate, a business. You need to have business knowledge.
Yep, that's
Likewise,
right.
for hospitality, the reason why, when they progress to bachelor, a lot of students will want to have a broader knowledge of tourism as a whole, because they know that hospitality is only a part of tourism. When you have the broader knowledge of the whole tourism landscape, it opens you to a lot of career options. So in Singapore, students has always wanting to do more on more generic courses. So in terms of whether they are going to pursue a career in Singapore or even to any other country, the information, the knowledge that they gain will come in handy rather than a very specific field. So in the event if they are not able to do well in the industry, it's very hard for them to move out from there.
Yeah, agree.
Okay.
If you can,
I
the
have
most common
another
thing
one in
you
Indonesia.
can fit to any industry.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah,
maybe I need you to help me do a translation.
Yeah, I will. There's another question from Lukitafa. So Lukita asked about, so Lukita is already graduated from Diploma 3 in Indonesia, right? And she asked you whether or not MIT provides a program for S2 or for master degree from Diploma 3 graduates from Indonesia straight to Master of Business Administration, for example, in Singapore.
Right. May I check her age and if she has any working experience? Because we can actually admit her as a matured candidate. As a matured candidate, she needs to have professional working experience, as well as she will need to send us and share more with us on her qualification and transcript. I need to look at her result. She should be able to go into our postgraduate diploma pathway, and then she can progress to MBA. That would be a better pathway for her.
Okay, okay. I will try to interpret this to
Yes.
her. Kak Lukita, kalau misalnya kakak misalnya mau ambil langsung S2 di Singapura itu mungkin bisa. Nah, tapi Kak Lukita perlu kasih tahu dulu ke Jen, kakak usianya berapa dan kakak sudah punya pengalaman kerja berapa lama di bidang yang kakak geluti dan portofolio kakak apa saja. Karena nanti kakak bisa dikategorikan sebagai mahasiswa yang sudah bekerja dan nanti bisa ambil program yang postgraduate program plus yang master business program. Jadi kakak ambil persiapan S2-nya dan ambil S2-nya.
Okay,
Jadi
any
jawabannya
other?
jadi jawabannya memungkinkan Kak Lukita.
Okay, so a special arrangement only for best partner students and everyone who have joined us today. If you are able to register for your program by end of July, we will do a waiver for all application fee. So there is no application fee to enroll into the course that you want. There is no charges for student pass application. And then we will also waive off medical charge. And we can also look into arranging airport pickup when you reach Singapore. This is only cater for everyone who have attended today's seminar with best partner.
Oke, jadi buat teman-teman yang join pada hari ini itu akan ada banyak potongan-potongan spesial buat yang nanti daftarnya dengan best partner. Kalau misalnya masuk ke MBT Global Institute. Nah, jadi teman-teman nanti akan di cover untuk biaya biaya cek kesehatannya. Nanti juga akan ada penjemputan dari bandara ke tempat tinggal teman-teman dan tentunya akan ada potongan-potongan biaya sekolah. Yeah, I've shared the special treatment
Yes,
that you just shared to me.
yes. By end of July, Joanne,
Ya, tetapi
only for
ini
you.
hanya berlaku sampai akhir Juli buat teman-teman semua.
Okay, any other questions that we have?
Yeah. I was wondering, do you able to speak Bahasa or understand Bahasa?
The only Bahasa word that I know is cantik.
Cantik is you, eh?
No, I don't really speak Bahasa. I don't quite understand, even though we have Malays. I think the more elderly generation, they will probably know how to speak Malay because for us Chinese in Singapore, we actually have our own dialect as well. So they are like Hokkien, Teochew, apart from our second language Chinese.
Yeah.
Of course, English is the most common language used here.
Mm.
Yeah, but we are brought up, our education system is brought up in bilingual. So you have
Okay.
to be able to speak, your English as well as your mother tongue. So if let's say you
Okay.
are a Malay student, you will learn Malay, Chinese student learn Chinese, and then Indian student will learn Indian. So it's
Okay.
very rare for us to be able to speak like, different races language. And we also have our own dialect like for Chinese. So I don't
Okay.
really speak, and I realized that the Malay that we speak in Singapore is quite different from the Bahasa in Indonesia.
Yeah, so actually Malay in Singapore and Malay in Malaysia quite similar to Bahasa, but they just have
Ah,
different dialect and different pronunciation.
yes.
Yeah, and a bit of different meanings.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. It's just like
like
thank you. Like in Indonesia, you say
terima kasih.
terima kasih.
Yeah,
Okay, but
In Malay they say terima kasih.
so I
Uh,
think it's yeah. So there's the little bit different.
a little bit different of pronunciation and how you pronounce
Yes,
the
yes.
words.
I think it's very similar to like, when Singapore speak Chinese versus China Chinese, Taiwan Chinese, there's also a little bit difference.
Okay, like Taiwan Chinese is more traditional, right? And the Mandarin, the China mainland, they have the more simplified version.
Yes, and there are
Mm.
also the, different province, different cities, they actually have like, different style of speaking Chinese.
Okay.
I realize. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you a Teochew or Hokkien? Can you speak Teochew or Hokkien?
I'm a Hokkien. Oh, so
Oh,
you can speak dialect also?
for Teochew I know a bit. Hokkien I know a bit. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, how many language do you know? I'm so impressed.
Well, not so many because in
How do
Indonesia we
you learn?
also
Like how do you learn all this?
I'm also a Chinese myself. I have a Chinese blood, right? So I'm half blood of Chinese and half blood of Sundanese. So in Indonesia we have
Oh,
so many kinds of languages. You can try to search on internet how many languages are there in Indonesia. Oh, so many.
that's why I'm very impressed by you.
Well, not really because I'm not mastering all the languages. I only mastered the English and Bahasa. Only two.
Okay.
But I know a bit of Mandarin. I know a bit of Hokkien and Teochew. Hokkien, do you say like "sit pang wang yi" in Hokkien means like have you eaten?
Siapa boy?
Chap pa wei. It's Teochew.
Okay, a bit mixed lah over here.
Chap pa wei. Yeah.
Yes.
Chap pa wei is have you eaten, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Wow, it's very impressive. Like, how do you learn all your language? Do you like speak at home like this?
Actually, in my city, there are a lot of like Teochew and Hokkien people. So they usually speak, and it's actually our business language because most people who do business in my city are Chinese.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. So they usually speak in Hokkien and speak in Teochew. So I can hear them, but I don't really can speak,
But you understand.
but I understand.
Wow,
Like
that's
some some
awesome.
some some people will ask me, "Can you speak Chinese?" I will say like 我不晓得, 我不晓得, cannot speak
What Bei Hao Da is Teochew. What Bei Hao
Teochew.
Gong is
我不晓
Hokkien.
Kong. Yeah,
Yes.
我不晓 Kong boy.
What Bei Hao Gong, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
you are very
so
good.
yeah,
You are
our
very good.
language is pretty similar in terms of like Teochew and
Yes.
Hokkien.
But
That's
I
very
find it so
interesting.
difficult to learn Bahasa. You just now when you do the translation, you can speak very fast. I'm very impressed. It's so difficult to me.
Yeah, because that's my mother tongue, so I can speak very fast. It's just like you guys who can speak English very fast.
No,
Singaporeans is
like you are speaking English very well.
Oh, well, yeah, probably it's because I use English every day with my colleagues and the instructors in my company as well.
Oh wow.
I sometimes I do presentation in English as well. So yeah, but Singaporeans is famous for their fast English speaking
Yeah.
and their
I
fast
guess
walk
so.
and their fast walking.
Yes. Because in Singapore is I think quite fast paced. So
Yeah,
you can see, everything is like fast. Sometimes, we always have the problem of speaking too fast. That's why I over the years I've trained myself to like talk, pause a little bit, talk, pause a little bit.
Hmm. Every time I attend a seminar and the speaker is Singaporeans, they will always open the session with, "Please remind me if I speak too fast."
Ah, okay.
Ah, they
Okay.
always say that.
Which I think over the years I have managed to pace down. So I think
Mm.
should be okay. Do you find it okay, my pace earlier
Yeah,
on?
you're really okay. Your pace is really okay. And I think some of the participants understands what you are saying.
Oh, that's good. I'm so happy. Okay, it looks like they have no more questions.
Yeah, I think they have no more questions.
Okay, so with that, let's end today's session. Maybe we can do a follow up
Yep.
if there are any applications coming, as long as they come in before end of July. Let's give them all the perks since they
Yeah.
actually come in under best partner.
Yeah. Okay, can you please like inform me if there are any Indonesian students in Amity or any testimonials from Indonesian students to me because I will show those testimonials to the participants that attend this session today.
Okay,
Mhm.
sure. And also our because right now we are trying to get some recording done at the new campus with our
Mhm.
current Indonesian students.
Yep.
So once they are ready, I will also be sharing with you on that. so they
Yeah.
can also, hear from the students here how they feel about the school, the studying in Singapore, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. But overall, your presentation is really, really great.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much for
Really,
your
really
kind
great.
words, Joan.
Yeah.
Did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yeah, you pronounce my name correctly because in here they do not spell J with H. Well,
Ah,
probably
okay.
In Spain you will pronounce my name like Juan.
Right,
Yeah, but
right.
in here like in Asia, you spell my name with Juan.
Ah,
Okay.
okay. So Joan is the correct one.
Yeah, Juan is the correct one. People call me Juan, but yeah, some people call me Juan as well.
One.
So yeah, I give
Okay.
them the privilege to pronounce my name whatever they want.
I always try to make an effort to, get the name correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So did I
sometimes,
pronounce your
maybe,
name correctly like Jan?
yes, yes. In fact, it's
Jan.
very accurate.
It's very accurate, right?
Yes. You impress me, with
All
your
right.
pronunciation, with your understanding of English, with the ability to translate, and then your English, really, you speak very good English. And I'm
Okay.
amazed with the language that you know. Wow.
Wow, thank you so much. That's a very nice compliment.
It's wonderful, working with you today. I look forward to more sessions like this.
Yeah.
I think we
We have
partner
one more
very well.
session. We have one more session this afternoon, right? After
That is,
this?
yes, correct.
Yeah.
Right.
At
So I'll
one.
see you later in the afternoon.
Yeah, I will see you later in the
Would you
afternoon.
need to translate that session as well?
Oh no, no need, no need.
No need, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have trained my staff with English. I've prepared them.
Wonderful.
All right.
I look forward to meet you in person someday. And yes,
Definitely.
thank you for being here today. Thank you for helping me with the translation. I really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it as well. So looking forward to another session.
Yes. Okay, so with that, goodbye for now. I see you soon.
I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Thank you
Bye-bye.
semuanya. Silahkan
Bye,
leave the Zoom
everyone.
meeting ya. Terima kasih telah hadir pada hari ini. Dan kita akan melakukan sesi selanjutnya dengan Kak Jen dari Singapura.
Thank you.
Selamat siang dan sehat selalu. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.